Yeah, you got dressed up for this morning?
Yeah.
All right, good morning.
Good morning.
And this morning you're getting ready for surgery.
Yes, sir.
And I need to ask your legal permission. May I take a videotape of our discussion this morning?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And we can share it on the internet?
Yes.
And all proceeds and the thousands of dollars I get by selling your DVD of your discussion are Okay, yesterday I just enjoyed talking with the two of you. I really didn't enjoy, no, just
That's what he didn't acknowledge me.
Where are you from?
Better watch out.
Yeah, right, it's like, oh, Vegas, man. So I thought we would just go through some of that again today, if you don't mind. And again, today is a repeat of yesterday. We need to ask your legal permission to go ahead because, as you know, a usual doctor visit is private. You don't do it in public. And yesterday we did it in public in front of several dozen people. And we talked about all kinds of, private and personal things. And that's not our usual process. If you go to see a medical doctor, you get sequestered, sometimes not even families there. And there's a lot of good reasons for that. On the other hand, I hope you saw there's some advantages to talking in this group. You get to meet other people, you got to see the staples actually come out in front of you, and I'm pretty sure no other doctor visit you've ever been to did they have say, this is Susie Smith, stand by while I take off her bandages and show you her wounds and things like that. But you went through that yesterday. Any comments? What did you think of going through that experience? And
made me feel better about it. I was really nervous yesterday morning, but after I saw all the people, some in 1 month, some in a few weeks, some in a few days, made me feel a lot better.
Good. All right.
Relaxed.
Well, for the video, do you mind kind of introducing yourselves and saying a word or two? You're from
Panama City. I'm David.
And I'm Kim, David's wife.
Great. And that's a long way to come.
Yes, it is.
Can you go through maybe your ideas or thought process of this travel cross country and all? Or? Look back and see, why is she always talking?
I'm quiet.
Yes, dear.
David came to me a couple months back. We've been married 20 years, so we have. He's had a struggle with his weight ongoing for most of our married life. Chubby teenager, a little bit overweight when we married, and then it's been an ongoing battle. He's a very active person. The last couple of years he's tried to stay very active at the gym with working out and training, and anyway, but unsuccessfully. If he lost 20 pounds, he gained 20 back or 30 back.
So you wouldn't classify yourself as kind of you've heard the term, the lazy fat person? I mean, your weight is not because you just sit on the couch.
No, I work very hard. I have own my own roofing company, and I have anytime 15 to 20
So you're on the roof?
Yes.
In Florida?
Yes.
That's a hard job.
So I've always been the one sitting eating a little bit while my skinny friends are eating 3 or 4 plates of food, and I'm sitting there wondering why I'm so overweight. So, and I'm very active. So until 2 weeks ago, I went to the gym 5 days a week, 45 minutes on a treadmill. I had a trainer for 3 or 4 months, and I put on muscle, but I never lost a great amount of weight. So I told her about 3 weeks before, probably about a month ago, I said, I'm tired of fighting and I want to do something different. So
now, and your family, I think you told us, had some experience with weight loss surgery of other flavors.
Right. My dad had the lap banding probably going on 2 years ago. He was 50 something when he had it.
Right.
He
Can't
had
remember your father's age. Oh.
he had a really difficult time with it. Starting out, going into the hospital, the band was so tight around his stomach that he could not even swallow his own saliva for 13 days after the surgery. So he went back into the hospital twice. Then he came home on IV fluids to keep him hydrated. Once the band loosened up some, he was able to start drinking fluids, but it's been miserable for him. He vomits a lot. Things get caught in his throat a lot. He did have some initial weight loss. I think he lost about 70, 80 pounds. I think he's probably gained about 40 of that back now, and chooses to not go back in and have the band tightened because it decreases his quality of life so much.
Right. It's either open enough so you can eat, or it's too tight and you can't eat, and you do lose weight, but you can't eat.
Right.
I got you. So
even
you
after-
weren't like sold on offering that for your husband.
No.
Yeah.
No. After
I
watching
wasn't
that-
going to do it because I've seen how miserable he was. So
Yeah. It's not a happy experience, and it hasn't been very effective.
no.
So we started looking into other alternatives, surgery, bariatric surgeries, and started doing a lot of research, a lot of reading, a lot of phone calls. Talked even with a couple of different physicians at clinics. They have a very big Roux-en-Y clinic there in Pensacola, Florida, a Centers of Excellence.
Right.
And found one of your centers that had been doing MGB in North Carolina, and found your website. And right away we started looking at the videos. I really enjoyed Jill Gerard.
Oh, yeah.
Really enjoyed that video. We watched that together, and then we just pretty much watched all the videos, one right after another.
There are like 90 of them, you know.
Yeah, we watched a lot of them. And called you on the telephone because I didn't really think you would answer your telephone and answer questions because I was skeptical being a nurse, and so...
Sorry.